Hey guys, it's Rick back again for another Cinema Frankenstein from 1910 to now. In today's picture, we're looking at Frankenstein Unbound. And I love to look at this eye. Look at the stitches in the eye. Really kind of focuses on the piece together monster there, which I think is pretty cool. This one came out November 2nd of 1990. It runs 85 minutes, directed by Roger Corman, which was the first film he had directed since the 70s. So it was a pretty big deal to get him out. They had wanted him to do a Frankenstein film for years. Universal kept trying to court him, but he didn't want to do it because he's just like, it's been done. What else can I bring to the character? But after reading a book by Brian Aldiss called Frankenstein Unbound, he loved the story. He decided, this is what I want to do. I want to adapt this story. So the story focuses on John Hurt's character of Joe Buchanan. He has created a weapon that will make enemies disappear, but the problem is it sends them into time, and it messed with the space and time. The fabric of reality is starting to break down as we know it. People are disappearing. Things are coming from other realities into our own. And he becomes a victim of the same thing. But he ends up going back in the past, ending up in the times of Mary Shelley. And comes to find out that Shelley's tale wasn't just written, that it happened. So it's a unique take on the Frankenstein monster story that it may have been an event that happened in the past. You've got Raul Julia is playing Victor Frankenstein in here. Nick Brimble is the monster. He's got a very unique look. These, again, no neck bolts, but there's a metal plates right here that things are connected onto. Long hair, away from the black look, completely different design. Questions what he is, why he was made, wants a mate. So there is some loose things there from the book. Like I said, Mary Shelley's played by Bridget Fonda, and Patrick, Lord Byron by Jason Patrick. So you've got Joe Buchanan, John Hurt, meeting Mary Shelley, being absolutely amazed by her beauty and intelligence, falling in love with her, and the side story of the monster. Now, I wish they would have spent more time on the monster than what they did, but I did like this futuristic feel to it. The remote control car, the car that talks. I mean, all 1990. I mean, we have cars that drive themselves now, so it wasn't not too far off. John Hurt's character is a really good character as you see him, as he's, stunned by the things he's able to see and people he's able to meet. Raul Julia makes a great Victor Frankenstein. He's driven, he's calculated, he's just plain evil. It's not bad. I wish they spent more time with the monster, because when he's on screen, there's death. I like how he questions who he is or what he is. So I mean, he has some intelligence in this. It's just not like a mindless monster. So it was a unique take on the tale, but unfortunately it failed miserably. With an $11.5 million budget, $1 million of that going to Corman, it made $335,000. The actual writer, Brian Aldiss, says he went to the theater to see his book unfold on the screen, and there were 6 people in the theater. So it must have got a limited release, and that's a shame, because I think Universal would have done it more justice. But, I mean, it's not an awful film by any means. It's definitely a great one-time watch. I think this is the second time I've seen it. But I didn't mind it. And I might watch it again somewhere down the road. But, I mean, it's for Roger Corman fans, it's great to see him direct a final film. And it's a unique take on the Frankenstein monster that no one's ever attempted. So I enjoy it for that. But I will link a trailer below. And as always, guys, go watch a movie.